Hey everyone, Flav here from the Blockchain Game Alliance. Happy to have you here for our live. And our live is a new members presentation. So it's actually an occasion for to show you our new members joining the BGA very recently and to understand who they are, what they do, what they're building, and also giving the opportunity for all the members to identify everyone and try to exchange ideas. So, you know, 10 minutes, it's very, very quick. So obviously what I want to do is to be quick as well on my side. So I'm going to give the mic right now for our first speaker, which who will be Federico. Happy to have you today, Federico. If you're ready, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Vlad. Thank you very much. I'm super happy to be here today. Hello, everyone. And I'm Federico, CTO and co-founder of Freename. Freename.io. What is it? So I would like to open and share my own screen for this, but I would like already to start playing and saying a bit what actually we are and what we do. So Freename is a Web3 domain and TLD platform that enables directly users to own their own TLD and earn royalties for every domain purchase on that TLD. And it's something that is being crafted around communities. So what we are really working on with all an entire year behind this is to create something that was an infrastructure level that enables directly communities to have their own identity with their own TLD. And I will also explain what is the TLD. And so with that, creating a specific kind of gamer tag. So as I spoke about TLD, I don't say what it is. So domain, they are like google.com, facebook.com, and so on. You can choose domains and choose maybe the last part, which is the .com, I don't know, .tech.io, but you can never actually own your own one. With Freename, you can have your own specific. So I can say like .bga, and every user or my community can have their own domain on it. We provide all the infrastructure layer, all the technology, the SDK to enable then these domains to be used and result in multiple Web3 applications and games. So it's something credible because you can use it also as a gamer tag. Let me get into this straightforward. So Freename, to do this, actually provides this infrastructure that works across multiple blockchains. So we are multiple blockchains. We enable directly to mint your own domain, your TLD, in the blockchain where your community lives, where your project lives. And that we enable also through our own SDK to also support other Web3 domain providers such as Unstoppable Domain, ENS, and Bullfida. So user can actually support using our SDK with just one line of connection, support also other domains and use all of them as an identity. Identity for what actually? So we're used to gamertag. Gamertag enables us to have our own identity into a game. What you can do with Freename is that you can also store inside the gamertag records of data. Every domain is managed as an NFT and can be also sold into every marketplace right now available. I would like to show you a bit. So what actually we try to work with Freename is to make chain interoperability, multi-chain support. We enable users to own their own TLD. We enable crypto wallet address to be used inside, and you can exchange directly tokens with only your domain without using 0x or something impossible to remember. It's used for digital identity, so you can use it inside your own game, inside your community as gate for accessing. So it's kind of like to enable only user that has a domain on your TLD to enter into it. You can use that for website, email, and important, you can monetize because with your own TLD, every domain, as I said, purchase on that, you earn from it. And how does it work? And so why also we're enthusiastic? Actually, we provide something which is really something that can, out of the box, provide you full support over free domains inside your application, your community, your game. This is through protect brand IP addresses. We enable you to create your own Web3 website. We enable and manage crypto payments using our own protocol. You can use to send Web3 emails and also to Web2 addresses. And you can, as I said, create revenue stream. Getting into a bit, what will you get? So with Freenet, you can have, as I said, your brand TLD. This makes you create your own community. You can use that on the multi-chain and have the new revenue stream. But for your end customer, this means that you can support them to actually store data inside. So think about a game. You have a game where you want also to enable user to have like the game role, and you are taking everything behind, like so all the different information of the level, the specs, what they have as item. You can store this data inside the domain. And so every time the user use that domain, connects to the game or connects to other games, it can use it. This is already something that out live you can use it already, and this can be supported in multiple applications. And so this actually is important because domain as a gamer tag is something that rocks. And for you, what we can provide you a reseller program. So you can work to provide to your own community directly the access to have and purchase their own your domain to your TLD. So in this way, you can earn, and there are two different ways. One is using price and markup, and one using percentage on the volume sold. So this is also super interesting because it's a new way to create revenue streams. Ending and closing in my presentation, what I'd like to show you is our own partners that we are beloving them. So we love them to support what we can do. So you can use it in Exchange, you can use Huddle to make communication directly, you can use it in the different browsers. It has been also supported Web3 website creation, and it's also on UMA free, which is super great. And I want to thank for this all the time team. We are already more than 30 right now, and we are building a lot into this. There are lots of new things that you're going to see, and we're going to bring into the Blockchain Game Alliance. Because what we believe is that an interoperable blockchain project where lots of projects can work together, communities can get into with their own blockchain, with their own technology, with their own games. This is where the value is stored. This is where we are going, everyone. So we are trying to do our best to reach all these kind of needs. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the attention on this. Go to see freename.io, and if you want, you can go and use the promo code BGA23 to have a discount on your first purchase. Thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you very much, Federico. Actually, I think if you agree, I will share also these codes on our internal channels, so every BGA members will be able to benefit from it as well. If you have the link in the private chat, I will share everything on my side as well. But definitely happy to have you, and definitely as you did with OMA 3, with whom we actually partner to give awareness about what they're doing. We see a lot of values of working with you in that sense as well. So happy to have you again and to start working with you and your team.
Thank you very much. I'm really happy to be here with you also, guys. Thank you very much.
Jan from One Earth Rising, if you're ready, the stage is yours as well.
I am. Thank you so much. And yeah, here we go. Can you see my screen?
Perfectly well. Yeah, you're good to go.
Wonderful. So thank you very much. So Jan Rosner, the CEO and co-founder of One Earth Rising, and very happy to be here. Thank you for the opportunity. And also, yeah, very happy that we're now members of the BGA crew. So One Earth Rising, we have been working on interoperability, specifically in the field, obviously, of video games here. We have, or imagine a world where all of the items that you play with, all the different characters and assets and games, can be used in others, moved across board, and really also are then stored centralized in one inventory system. If that reminds you of a Ready Player One model, then you're not far off. We're in the beginning phases of that future. That's really what One Earth Rising is focusing on. So what we have been building here as the foundation is a system and in our patent pending technology that allowed us to package all the metadata that engines like Unity and Unreal need to properly rig, animate, display, and then bring into a game environment, package that up into one file and make that ownable to the user, but then also make that transferable between games and platforms. We call that ownable game assets, or short OGAs, and that is the foundation of our new approach to bring interoperable game assets to the future of gaming. So what we've done here in our first step is also to prove our technology and to go out into the market and see that everything is working. We launched 2 games as a proof of concept here. One is Elementons, which is a Pokemon-style battle arena game on the browser environment, Web3. All these cute little characters are our new OGA systems and files. And we also launched Bunny Raiders on PlayStation 4 and 5 as a regular Web 2 shoot 'em up game to then showcase when these games were launched live and connected to our user account structure in the backend. You could actually, as a gamer, pull the OGA assets out of Elementons from the browser game into the PlayStation game Bunny Raiders through the inventory system directly in the game on PlayStation. First time interoperability, including PlayStation. First time that actually NFTs went live on a PlayStation and console environment. So big milestone for us. What we're now doing, we're rolling this out into the market. In this crowd, in this environment here, I don't need to talk about ownership. We all know about that very well. But we're stepping into the world of platform interoperability. The one thing I want to talk about quickly about the ownership model is that the system we built is built for creators, meaning you don't really have to have a lot of knowledge around the Web3 environments. You just build your assets how you used to build them in the past. The tools that you have are fully sufficient. You can use them currently and continue using them. And then you just upload this to our environments and then get turned into OGAs in seconds, basically attached to blockchain, attached to the smart contracts, and you can pull them back into the game. On the interoperability side, we launched our first interoperability between platforms, same game, different platforms. You move the game to another platform, let's say from PlayStation to Xbox, you can bring your characters with you. All the level ups, all the progress will be stored within the game character rather than in the game. So for our gamer community, really, we made this as easy as possible. Nothing needs to change. Nothing needs to be learned in a different way. If you are a gamer today and you're used to get your DLC, your downloadable content from the environments that you're used to, like a PlayStation storefront or a PC environment, just go the same way to purchase your assets. Here now, the difference is not only can you play the character or asset, you can also then own it. And we provide our gamers with user accounts. We can store all of that easily. On the developer side, also, like I said, straightforward. The creator portal that we built is a website environment where everything is easy to use. Upload it, a couple of lines of code back into your game, and everything works when you get your assets back into the game. You can distribute this now to your players with the goal here. We're working on the integration first into Unreal and Unity then afterwards, next as an SDK. The next phase, very exciting. We have already started with a couple of partners here to implement what we call local interoperability with identified partners that we can all talk to each other. Here, the asset transfer between games is done between identified partners or ecosystems where we already know the developers. That is all to get to the next big phase where we are currently feeding all the information of new character asset classes and the way they are built into our AI and ML environment. So then to get to our final stage, which we call robust interoperability. But before we do so, I want to quickly showcase one little implementation that we have done with the team around of Sandbox. Hopefully this will also play with the with the video, and it doesn't play. Well, typical presentation mistakes. Okay, so here you see an integration of the avatars from the Sandbox integrated into our Bunny Raiders game on PlayStation. So what we made happen here with collaboration with the Sandbox team is really, if you own an avatar in the Sandbox world, soon you can then bring these avatars into other games just by using our user account structure here. So we're working with the team on implementing this further, but just to showcase what abilities are being available with our technology. So that, as I said, is leading to the next stage. I think that the video wanted to start. Let me just try that again. Here we go. And I hope you can hear the music also. If you don't, this is Drop It Like It's Hot as a polka version.
Yeah, so, just the video on my side, but we're looking good.
Okay, perfect. So then what I said earlier, the goal is to get to robust interoperability. In our vision, we believe that the only way perfect interoperability between games in the future can only happen if no human touches any game asset before it goes into another game. So real scalability will be happening with use of AI and ML, machine learning techniques. So here is what we're preparing for in the future to launch what we call the portal, where your ability is to take any game asset, let's say a 3D elephant man like you see here, move that through the portal, tell the portal, hey, I want to play this character in an 8-bit environment like a Roblox or Minecraft, and the AI is able then to restructure this based on the database which we are feeding and building right now, to have the output model then working in the respective game. So that's the future we're very much looking forward to. Give you an idea really where we come from here. We have built games on PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, Xbox, millions of downloads, but really focusing now on the infrastructure to help our development partners to get to the future of gaming, which we see in interoperability, building the metaverse structures here that come in the future. And so we've launched our Creator Portal MVP right now, which we invite game developers, platforms, and tool providers to join us and to get started in this process of implementation. And also what we launched is a cross-game and interoperable battle pass, where you can unlock battle pass features across multiple games. So in the process now, we are working on the first implementation of a blockchain-connected PlayStation Store with our partners on the side of Avalanche, and moving forward into bringing on board more of our partners that we have already identified, that we've been working with here until the end of the year and into the next year to bring our tech set into their development cycle. So just a summary quickly, simple to use Web3 asset creation really saves time and money. So you don't have to know a lot about Web3 to use our tools, very important for our developers. And then we are the first ones and the only ones on console. So a true game platform interoperability. And then also the existing standards can be used. Whatever you have as a tool set working for you right now, you don't need to change anything. You can still keep what you have there and use our tool set as a packaging system. So with that, I want to say thank you. Here, partners at oneofrising.com if you want to learn more, or Jan or Bronson at oneofrising.com to reach out. And thank you very much to all of you for listening. And yeah, very happy to be here. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. And it's so interesting. Platform interoperability. You're so right. We didn't get the chance actually to talk about it on our side. And I think we're going to need to work with your team, yourself and your team, to produce some content to just talk about what you're doing, what you're developing as well, give awareness about the principles that you're setting with your own platform. So definitely exciting to see all of that, and with the Sandbox and other partners that you will have. So happy to have you.
Thank you, Paf.
So the next speaker will be Vish from Link. Vish, if you're ready, the stage is yours.
For sure. Let me just share my screen.
Sure. As soon as I can see it, let me see.
Yep.
Yeah, you're good to go.
Perfect. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me. I am actually feeling really lucky to be in front of to present Link in front of you guys. So Link is simplifying blockchain gaming to onboard the next billion users in Web3, because we have been talking about, okay, we have to onboard the next billion users, we have to onboard the next billion users, but how? I'm here to tell you. And we are backed by Long Hashtags, XLR, Google for Startups, and Smith Capital. So just start with the basics. Infrastructure in Web3 is completely broken. Gamers onboarding is complex. They hate wallet. Second, difficult integration. Usually it takes 4 to 6 months of development time to add the Web3 element into the game. And third is disjointed gamers experience. Now gamers have to leave the gaming environment again and again to do the transactions on chain, right? And that is completely not a good experience. So with Link, we are 100x the development speed of any game developer or any game studios in 3 ways. First, Link account abstraction SDK, which enables easy onboarding of the gamers via social login and do the simple transactions via smart contract wallet. Second, we we do have the Unity, Unreal SDKs, and we are also like coming up with Cobos at the same time. The best part is you do not need any Web3 knowledge to add the like Web3 element into your game. You can just like integrate it in just like a couple of seconds. And third, like uninterrupted gaming experience. So we have created the SDKs which enables, like we created the infrastructure which enables in-game smart contract interactions without leaving the game environment. Now, to like show you, I have like a live demo for you. So this is like one of the easy demo projects for us. So I'll just, if you like want to integrate, you can just go to link SDK, and let me like show you the SDKs. Yeah, SDKs, and then we have a couple of more SDKs. If I go over here, and you can just like click and integrate link SDK. Because I have already integrated it, like saying nothing to import, I can quickly go to the scenes, click on login, and click on link interface. Now add the API key, which you can actually generate from link at the domain address, and you can actually go live on these many chains. So these like many chains for the account abstraction. Apart from that, we do all like we do support the other chains at the same time. If I want to like enable the transactions, I can just go to the link transactions. You can actually add the contract address. Hook is you can actually add ERC71, ERC1155, ERC20, any token, and you can actually like initiate the transaction. Add the ABI key and the function you want to call. Once you do that, you can just like create the build, and wherever you want to like call the function, you can just like add the function name, and you can actually like create the build. So to save time, I have already like created the build. So in account abstraction, what we are like doing is we are like divided in two parts. First, the authentication part, and second is the account abstraction. Now, authentication part, we have like added the support of Web3 auth, particle network, and Firebase authentication as well. So you can actually like log in via your Facebook, Google, or any other external wallet at the same time. And once you do that, it will gonna like generate a smart contract wallet address for you, and these are in-game assets as NFT. These are like not just like JPEG or PFP. So these are like another feature which allows any game developer to add their like in-game assets as NFT using the link NFT deployer. You can initiate the minting. So it will gonna like take some time, so I'll just like go back to my presentation. And we have some other amazing features like account abstraction, in-game marketplace, multi-chain support in one click, and on-chain transactions on fingerprint. Now, on-chain transaction on fingerprint is like very hot at the moment, because now we have added the support of biometric ID, which enables smart contract, which help you like deploy your smart contract account and allow you to do the transactions with your facial ID, fingerprint, or like your PIN. So it's the same Web2 kind of gaming experience, where game developers or gamers do not have to like focus more about okay how to onboard or how to like just like play the game, right? So that is like one thing. And we have we have been like building this since April 2022, and so far 130 games have integrated and downloaded link SDKs. We went live like almost like 16 weeks ago, and 300 plus contracts have been deployed via link. 60 plus games are like live on link portal, and at the same time recently like we have tested our biometric ID, and more than like 200 people have minted me as an NFT, and we are the winner of Web3 Gaming Week, Beyond Boundaries, Around Apathon, and Chainlink. The whole point is like we are super excited to welcome all the gaming projects who wants to like add the Web3 element, or who want to like launch a completely on-chain game, or those who want to like integrate the Web3 element like account abstractions, or like build account abstraction wallet on top of us. So we do have the infrastructure for that. And about our team, so me and Shanu have like started this company. Now like we are a team of 10 people, and before link I was designing games, and Shanu was like developing games. We have developed more than like 100 plus games, and also like deliver a couple of game of the day on Apple App Store and Google Play Store. And now we are like solving the problems to onboard more traditional game developers into the Web3 gaming world. And these are like some testimonials from and feedback from the users who are like using link. And yeah, like would love to like stay in touch if you're like building on top of us. And we are like giving away $100 of credit to everyone who's like watching this video. So feel free to like reach out to us, and yeah, let's link.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Vish. Very happy. Let me just, yeah, perfect. Very happy to have you. Actually, I think we should also, we used to this year develop this subject of giving some visibility about everything a game developer could do in terms of setting up a wallet from the game engine and smart contract and everything. So talking about SDKs, what's possible. So we already did that, but we would love to work with you as well to actually show what Link is capable of. So we would love to stay in touch. I know that you are very well involved in the BGA right now, following Token 2049. I've met the team there as well. So yeah, really happy to have you, Vish. And we're going to continue with Amin, kind of the same. We already kind of already have a conversation with Amin before to talk about IP through a panel based on what they're developing with GoCaden. So perfect introduction to actually let you talk about it, Amin, if you're ready.
Yeah, of course. So I just shared my slides. I'm going to tell you about GoCaden. So just to start, we as human have one big specificity, is that we are storytelling creatures. So we talked about game assets, we talked about gaming, but behind any game, there is a technology, but there is also a story. And stories are what GoCaden is about. So we created with GoCaden the perfect Web3 platform for storytellers. So we have right now, currently we are developing two products, GoCaden Alpha, that is a platform for character-driven universes. It's quite simple. You go to GoCaden Alpha, you create a character, and you start writing the character's story. So you make a universe emerge from the perspective of this character, and then we have all the technology that allows you to mint the character, to mint the story, to use AI so you can generate text and other multimedia around the character, and you have the social network component where different characters can interact with comments, likes, and give each other's feedbacks. And then we have GoCaden Playgrounds. GoCaden Playgrounds emerged because we've been talking with different NFT collections, PFP collections, who have promised to deliver the next decentralized Harry Potter, the next big game with a big universe around their PFPs, but they didn't have the right platform to do that, to do collaboration with their communities. And this is what GoCaden Playground is about, is a space for any Web3 IP, be it a game, be it a book, be it a movie, anything that wants to create a big universe, character-driven universe in a decentralized fashion, to have the right platform for that. So just a few visuals, because we are announcing soon our first partners, and this is what GoCaden Alpha would look like. This is actually very basic compared to what the team is working on right now, but yeah, it's a character-driven universe with different characters, and then what GoCaden Playground would look like. So you don't have like a typical marketplace with different NFTs or PFPs, but you have actually a space where you can develop a whole story around your PFP. So why we do this? It's because right now we have creative constraints on storytellers. So Web3 aims to solve these constraints, for example, with ownership. So traditional platform, they limit ownership. You don't own the asset that you create. So Web3 brings this new paradigm where you can own your creations. But what we've seen with the last bull market is that the Web3 valuations that you can see with the floor of a collection or the different exchange doesn't really reflect the entertainment value of this IP, because you have IP that have not a big high floor on OpenSea, but the story behind it and the lore that the creators have created have a much bigger potential for for creating a story, a game, or do multimedia. And of course, collaboration is a big issue on a global scale. So with Gokeden, what we want to do is bring all of this together. And so we're going to, of course, enhance the creators and the writers' abilities with technologies. So this, we consider them tech integration. And I've seen that a lot of the companies here are working also on bringing the right codes from Web 2 to Web 3. Vish talked about how hard is it to connect with a wallet, and it can be a barrier. Jan talked about the fact that there is interoperability is a big issue. So we integrate on our platform the right tools to do that by focusing on the real value of an asset, which is the story behind it. And of course, it's going to pave the way for decentralized multimedia companies and gaming companies, because by creating a whole universe with another type of asset, which is the stories and not only the technologies, you can create something, create a game or create a movie, or etc. with a big basis, with a lore and the stories behind it. So we really believe this is the future of creative content. Because right now we see that creators and storytellers have to compete on traditional social media with real life influencers, and we know that creativity is not really what rewards you on traditional social media, but more like attention grabbing content. And we believe that the real growth is not anymore for creators on traditional social media, but on Web3 multimedia platforms. And with Gokeden, we are focusing on breaking the chasm between Web3 and the entertainment mass market, but not focusing only on technology, but also on the soul of entertainment, which is storytelling. Why Gokeden? Why our team? It's because we've been focusing really during a bull market where everyone was focusing on making money or selling collections. We've been focusing on bringing real value through something which is very simple to understand, which is character-based creative content. We have a strong team. We invite all the viewers to check gokeden.xyz. You can see the team members that are working on the project. We can see our mentors that are from the Web3 industry, but coming from the entertainment and multimedia industry before. And we spend a year building, getting feedbacks, building dirty bugs, breaking things. So and the reward for that is we created something that allowed us to have key global partnership with incredible multimedia IPs from Web3. What we can bring to the gaming industry, because that should be our focus today. And so playgrounds are actually a good platform to crowdsource lore expansion and character developments. We know that this can be as much a challenge for gaming company as creating the right technological platform or just developing the game with a game design, level design, etc. But what about the story behind? And playgrounds offer the right platform to crowdsource this lore expansion and character development to thousands of creators who are as passionate about the game and playability as they are about the story behind it. And Gokeden Alpha, I heard Jan talk about Ready Player One, who started this whole vibe around the metaverse. And Gokeden Alpha, with thousands of characters, with real creators behind, who have no creative constraint, and creating different characters in this character-driven universe, can be a great basis for a big multimedia company to create an open metaverse with thousands of different characters. Yeah, so basically that's about Gokeden. So just to sum up, Gokeden is the ideal platform for Web3 storytellers to create character-driven universes. And if you want to inquire because you have an entertainment company that want to explore Web3 development, or you have a successful PFP collection and you want to collaborate with your community to create a decentralized universe, please contact us on gokeden.xyz. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I mean, so many very cool things to unpack based on what you're building, and very exciting. I'm really looking forward to the platform, to the beta platform. When you will have the opportunity to show us through the demo day we organize, I will be so happy about it because I'm waiting for it, and I know the team is working hard on it as well. So, thanks a lot for the presentation again.
Sure.
Last but not least, Eva, if you're ready.
Yeah, of course I'm ready. Hello everyone. I'm Eva Sibireva at Klarnum. Possibly I will be the only one person not to showcase slides, but to share with you the story, what is Klarnum all about. But before that, I want to thank you all the previous speakers that I was really listening attentively to. And I'm just in my mind, oh my God, I need to remember all the words, all the projects that are today on the stage. So to get along with you afterwards, because I definitely think that we can do some cool things together, despite of the like beer market, low Web3 market. And I'm happy to be among the people that are really still building and believe that we will survive until the next bull run, and I'm sure that we will. So as for the Klarnum, in a nutshell, Klarnum is a Web3 advertising network, Web3 gaming advertising network and distribution platform. But if we talk a bit more in detail what it's all about, first of all, Klarnum is a people. We're a pretty huge team of Ukrainians that are spread all over around the world, and we're still building. Secondly, Klarnum, at the moment, as we talk about like the project, we'll build a ecosystem, is building the ecosystem of different products to make the route for gamers and for the games as well to develop for gaming more easier. So for example, as we know at the moment, on our market, it's pretty hard for traditional gamers to shift to the Web3 space because they're a bit afraid of crypto and blockchain and all of that stuff. And at the same time, they don't know it and they should be educated. And at the same time, Web3 game developers, it's pretty hard for them to, first of all, to develop the game because it takes a long time, and secondly, to engage new users to their platform. So Klarnum is generally on a mission to build the route for the gamers and for the games. But let me pay attention a little bit to some additional details to make for you the clear vision of what we're working for on a daily basis, not 24 hours per sem, but on a daily basis. And we're happy to do that. So first of all, the ecosystem will include several products. This is the distribution platform, the advertising network. I will pay a little bit more attention on them a little bit later. And then the next product, gamers profile, universal gaming wallet that can be used in any blockchain game, and the SDK with a bunch of tools for developers. The latter three products will be developed and delivered within a year. But as for now, and the advertising network will be delivered by the end of this year, and it will help the games exchange their network and communities between each other and build in that way the huge Web3 gaming network that will help, again, talking about engaging new gamers, that will help new games that will launch, engage new users, and of course, if the game is okay, they will retain those gamers. As for the distribution platform, when I left this point for the last product updates about Klarnum, the aggregator, initially just distribution platform, was launched in May this year. And to this moment, we have published more than 600 games on our platform with different kind of descriptions. More than 650 games are already past detailed description. Why I'm taking putting a special attention on that. In our team, that is not so little as for the startup, we have a dedicated research department. So this department takes every game, research it in a way so when you look on our aggregator on our platform, you can get the more complete description about the game that you can not get on any other platform, because you will get to know what is all about the game, what is the team around the game, behind the game, what are the investors if there can be disclosed, what is about tokenomics, and so on and so forth. So that is like the thing that definitely distinguishes us. Secondly, we are trying to communicate with every game that we're publishing on our platform. So, I lost the count how many Telegram groups I have with the games, but still there are. And sometimes we will meet with them on different events that Klarnum also is attending. And what we're focusing now, despite of the development of the products, in particular, the team of BizDevs of Klarnum is focused on building relations and partnerships with games, first of all. So we have more than 35 partners now on board. Among them, there are several, as they call themselves, and we also call them in that way, AAA games as Illuvium, Star Atlas, Cantina Royale, Up Iron, and more to come. I hope we're just piloting with them at the moment, but at the same time, we're also building partnerships with some esports platform, because we're planning to host some co-host tournaments. Of course, engaging the games that are on our platform. We started pretty deep partnership with Polygon, with our Beatroom, with Phantom Foundation, and I hope next month we will be able to officially announce BNB Chain also on board of the partners for Klarnum. One more very important detail about us is that we're not only growing in a high speed, we're traveling in different events on a high speed. So, for example, in March of this year, we were announced in one of the top 100 best blockchain projects at Paris Blockchain Week. We were attending practically every Web3 event so far. We were at Pirate Summit in Cologne this June, and the very interesting thing is that I was hosting the campfire discussion with lots of arguments between Web2 gamers and Web3 gamers, because like the main topic was whether Web3 gaming in general is scam or jam. And that was a very huge experience. Last week, we were on Gamescom, of course, how we could not be there, and get connected with different Web2 and Web3 games. And luckily, we were also on the boost of the BGA and got connected IRL with the team, and we're really happy to be there. Last week, the other week, I was hosting the Web3 gaming panel at the NFT Fest Lugano, with Polygon and with the representatives, by the way, of the BGA as well. Some games from the BGA and some games that are not in BGA. I think only still are not. And of course, we will be at Web Summit, joining the stand of the BGA as well. So we're really lucky to be a member of Blockchain Gaming Alliance, and we will be happy to onboard any other game dev studio or gaming project, or I think the projects that are now on the stage here, to partner with us and to build the better Web3 gaming space. So one more interesting idea that about us, we started 2 months ago hosting Twitter Spaces on a pretty regular basis, and we have finally lots of the big people there, and they're pretty hype at the moment. So I'm the co-host of the Twitter Spaces, and I will be happy to see practically every Thursday to see one of you as a speaker there. We like debates. We give the mic to everyone who raised their hand. So join us, and you can. The best idea is not. I will not tell you some emails that you can reach out to us. The best idea and the easiest idea is just to find us on Twitter and try something there. You will get the practical immediate answer, that's for sure. So thank you very much for inviting here, Flavian, and the whole BGA team. I hope we'll see in future somewhere in space or IRL.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna meet you as well. I know that you met the team without me, but it's something that we will. I'm sure we will meet again. I didn't know about Paris Blockchain Week, so it's good to know. Actually, it's definitely something to do together, and yeah,
of course.
Also the opportunity to highlight games in the BGA, like exchange with Eva on the Telegram group, because I think you will actually see a lot of opportunities to be involved in the Twitter Spaces as well. They are very cool, good conversation, and I agree. One maybe a weird conversation, but maybe the best conversation are with Web2 and Web3 gaming companies battling together. I agree with that 100%.
It was hot. For me, it was hot.
I can guess. You were in the middle of everything, so I guess.
Yes, yes, yeah, exactly.
Thank you very much, guys. It was a pleasure to have you today to actually kickstart this relationship with the BGA, even if like half of you already kind of experienced the BGA community already, but happy to exchange again and see how we could do more things together based on content, events, and so on. So have a great day, maybe a great weekend for some of you, and I wish you a very end of the day for some of you as well. Bye bye, guys.
Thank
you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you so much.
Thank
you so much.